Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne, and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Thank you for tuning in today. Welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings. And for today, the featured sign as I go around the Zodiac wheel. For the second time, we're on the half of the month, the latter half of the month of April, mid-month readings. The featured sign is the sign of Scorpio. Yay! Watery, perceptive, deep, intense, very, very passionate. You know, between you and Leo, I don't know, it's a real close tie there, because yes, Leo's fiery passion, you're watery, sensual, you know, magnetic. I mean, there's a kind of a very almost dark, I'm not going to say like in a negative in any way. I never go that way with my readings, just so you know. I mean, yeah, we have a shadow side and a more higher energy side. But there's a kind of a stern, noticeable kind of energy with a lot of Scorpios. You know, it's very relative to what you have in your natal chart and all the planets. I'm reading for the sun sign general readings, and the sun sign is the personality. It's something that people notice right away about you. It's the month you're born, you know, it's the sun in your first house. It's your ego. It is your intention, your drive, your desires, your enthusiasm, all the variables there. And then I incorporate, you know, astrology, because I've been studying this since I was 12, on the compatibility between different signs. So, well, I'm going to pick your highlighted connection for today, Scorpio. So if you have not ever seen this channel, I appreciate you stopping in once again. And for those that are returning, thank you very much. I love you and I know who you are. And I appreciate you always. I pick a highlighter, which means I'm going to read 3 major categories, which kind of covers every question you might have about this specific connection. And love is in all categories. It doesn't mean you have to be with somebody romantically. It certainly can be an inspiration, an idea, a self-love that you've been working on, which is so important. I mean, I had to take a lot of my life to realize that. It's an everyday process, you know. But it could also be a time frame, an energy that you're feeling specifically when I picked this particular highlighted connection. Let's do that right now for you. So for all the beautiful Scorpios, for today, which happens to be April 22nd, Earth Day, happy Earth Day. I love that because, oh, Aries, whoo, you're polar opposite. No, that's not true. Libra and Aries are polar opposites, but I like Aries for you. And I know a lot of Scorpios that are very drawn to Aries, and there's a lot of reason for it. You both, well, now more, you know, modernly and historically, ruling planet was Mars. Yours is historically known for that. And that's that passion, that's that raw emotion. You know, with Aries, it's this fiery, impulsive, they're the first sign of the Zodiac, start the whole astrology year, you know, ambitious, spirited, motivated leader, cardinal, you know, let's get things going, man. Let's just go for it. Let's just charge ahead. Your passion and your fever and everything is definitely about physicality. It's about senses. You can sense and, you know, just instantly kind of know and feel the energy and the vibrations of things and people and circumstances and the cycles of life. You know, the transformation is a huge keynote for all Scorpios. Your more modern ruling planet is that of Pluto. And that's all about transformation, the deepest kinds, you know, the kind where we go inward and we say what it is that I need to do to fully immerse myself in something that I'm really wanting, that I know is going to make me happy, that I know is going to make me succeed, that I know I have to maybe sacrifice or let go of other things in order to achieve that. You know, it's once again, a serious kind of energy. And speaking of Pluto, Pluto goes retrograde like it does every single year on the 27th, I believe, till October. So you're an internalized kind of a sign anyway, Scorpio, with the water and, like I said, the receptivity. It's a lot of inward, you know, feeling emotion and such. But you're also very keen in the intellect as well. You have a very interested fascination with the human psyche. So you have a lot going for you. I mean, you're kind of a holistic, no wonder people are attracted to you, bottom line, okay? There's no mistaking the mystique that you carry along with you. And But the reality is that with any kind of a retrograde planet, that's when we do go inside. So you're going to be really, really focusing on what it is you're really wanting to have happen, whether it be relationships, your your success, your interests, and so forth. And I do want to say we are in Taurus season, which is perfect because it's Earth Day. And Taurus has Venus in their sign still for a little bit longer. Mercury, which is the mind, the communication. What else? Oh my gosh, Uranus. I mean, unexpected, unpredictable, surprising changes. So much that can come out of the blue, that can be phenomenal and change your life and transform it completely. And definitely in relationships. You could be meeting somebody just out of the blue with this full moon in your sign. Oh yeah, there's more, Scorpio. On the 26th, 27th, wherever you're located. I mean, this is a big one. You only get one full moon and one new moon in your sign every year. And I'm already feeling it. I have 3 major planets in Scorpio. So I understand a lot of what I'm speaking to you about. And a lot of what I, as an air sign, which is kind of an oxymoron with the mind and the thoughts and so forth, a lot of what I gauge my life, my career as a massage therapist, certainly, and even spirituality and just my intuition and stuff is gauged on what I'm feeling and trusting of my gut, my highest power, my guidance. It's always there, and it's always what's prompting me to do messages for everybody. You've got this in spades right now. That can be an amazingly revealing full moon for everybody because it's about truth. It's about bringing up hidden, unseen, facts and situations that maybe were hidden before. Not with the full moon. It illuminates it all, and good for bad or good. It's happening, and it can last upwards of a month. But I really feel in this situation and what's being brought to my mind and to say to you is it's really going to be extremely powerful as far as emotional and satisfaction of love. I think love is really going to be the key thing. Not for everybody, but certainly a good percentage of it. Well, Aries is kind of exactly what I'm saying. I mean, they are so strong and just powerful in their wants and their desires, and they just go for it, and they don't think twice. It's all about now and the future. They don't really dwell on the past. They are, like I said, ruled by Mars, but they are that cardinal, so they are the initiators and the pioneers. And this is always intriguing for you because you want that kind of strength around you. Who we hang out with, the energies we hang out with have a lot to do with where we go in our lives or where we're held back, right? That's not going to happen with this. The only thing I want to say is there's a freedom, independence seeking aspect to the Aries. And this is what I say, with any symbolism of a sign, which you happen to be the Scorpion, is any sign that has the symbolism of crustacean or any kind of a claw aspect is just that. You like to hang on. You like to have this little possession part of you, and it depends on to what level. I think we change in our lives when we're younger and we're growing and we have a different perspective when we go through circumstances, right? That change that. But for the most part, there is this possessiveness with anything, with relationships, with what you're putting your heart and soul into. I mean, you go all out. There's no black or white. You're a fixed sign, okay? It's all about your determination and your extreme motivation to achieve and to get and to keep whatever it is that you so desire. So, and not to say that Aries doesn't have maybe an aspect of that. They may have a lot of water in their chart. If that's happening, you guys can really, really hit it off. But overall, it's fun. It's exciting. It is extremely intimate physically. It can be amazing. I don't think there's any issue there whatsoever. Anything like that, of course, is about familiarity and speaking in love language. That's important for everybody. It could be a great partnership at work. You guys are really, your intentions are to create something and make it happen. You're an incredible manifester. Yeah, you are also very well known, Scorpio, for being in different occupations or careers such as spiritual aspects, astrology, any of the divinations. I've known incredible spiritual leaders that are Scorpio, and you just have this sixth sense. You know, you understand. You are psychic and prophetic. And I love Scorpio. I do. And if it's not working, because there's different variances of intensity or different variances, you know, nature versus nurture versus the sun sign, you know, personality aspects, is going to have a lot to do with it. But yeah, you're true blue. You're extremely loyal. And I'm going to read to you what these messages under the 3 major categories for this particular highlighted connection is. Also, if it's not a person, you may still be in touch with this person that is coming through, as well as the fact that it has a lot to do with the new moon that happened in Aries about two and a half weeks ago now. That's still going to be strong for upwards of 6 months. You are very interested in starting something. Don't know what it is, and it's going to grow, and it's going to evolve, is what I'm trying to say. But it's absolutely, you're feeling extremely excited about it. Now, what I love about Taurus season and all the energies of Taurus is that you put these ideas forth, right? You have these intentions, and you feel it into existence, which is what I always read my Super Attractor Manifestation Oracle deck for at the end, because the message there is exactly that. You know all about that. It starts with the mind and an idea and a thought, and then you turn it into tangible, real, you know, substance by the feel. That's like the last step of the law of attraction, if you will. But so Taurus season, and just the energy of Uranus. Oh my gosh, Uranus is in Taurus for the next 4 or 5 years still. And it's the ruling planet of Aquarius, which has Jupiter and Saturn in it through the whole year. These are just more and more indications of the unbelievable ways that you can transform your life. You can start new. Whether you choose to do it yourself, it will happen in some form. And I think you're more for, you know, creating it and manifesting it, because you are incredibly good at that. So this Taurus season plants it in and just grinds it down, right? And not to mention the fact that you do extremely well during Taurus season or Virgo season or Capricorn season, because water and earth elements just are very, very synergetic and compatible, and they work really well together. I see many combinations of water and earth, but I'm liking this one for now, and I've definitely seen this as well. Hopefully a good percentage of you are in a relationship of some sort, and this will bring some kind of inspiration, hopefully, or, you know, new ideas, wisdom, and, you know, resonance to you. The first category is always the overall energy bringing you to this reading. And so, interesting. If you have not had a chance to look at the beginning of the month readings, or the first half of the month, please check back on that, because I like to have you kind of notice how things are moving, if they're moving upward, if it's similar, you know, what the narrative is. And it's just kind of an interesting comparison. But you have the 5 of Swords. The 5 is challenge. The 5 is change. We're in a 5-year. Many of us are still kind of trying to navigate from the previous year, right? But it's happening. And it has to do with communication. And with the Aquarian energy being predominant, like I said, with the Jupiter, Saturn, and Aquarius, and then there were many other planets, and they'll come back again and continue to be air predominance for the next 20 years and then onward, is about our minds and our expansion and the ability to be able to communicate and express and learn, and the knowledge that we choose to, you know, accept. I feel like a lot of water signs are so perceptive and so psychic that they are not necessarily speaking their mind. They feel that others are just feeling them. And that would be something that I would say, not just you, Scorpio, and you may agree, you may not. No shade whatsoever, but just when you are so in tune, you tend to think a lot of times that, oh, well, surely they should know that. They've known me for a while, and not necessarily true, right? We're coming to find this out more and more. It's about choosing the conversations you have with this highlighted connection, or in general, in a way that really works and serves you in the highest good, you know, and also not taking in conversations and knowing the difference, which I know you do, even as I say this, sorting out the BS from the truth, because swords are about cutting away all that. They want truth. They want justice and fairness for everybody, you know. Many swords, which are the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, they are in occupations of law and, you know, judges and lawyers and, you know, institutions. It's about how we communicate, boy. It really is. It's about how we perceive things, how we say things, how we're accepted, how it's taken. And that's going to be a huge thing. You may just want to come out of your shell a little more, Scorpio. Not that a lot of you aren't able to be very bold and extremely empowered in what it is you want to say. Don't get me wrong, you're great teachers, as I said. But the ones that aren't, it's letting you know that sometimes you have to just come out of your shell, no pun intended, and speak your mind, know when to, you know, pick your battles, if you will, because there's so much controversy even still in this world happening that, yeah, it's best to sit and maybe wait in certain conversations, and then, you know, just picking up those swords and saying, okay, I've got my tools, they'll be there if I need to, but I just as soon just kind of really just calm the shores a little bit and just decide on what I want to hear, what I want to focus on as far as outside chatter, because there's a lot of that. So yeah, let's see what the second category has to say in line with that as the story unravels. And that's going to be the category of possible blessings or obstacles. You know, because I mean, some obstacles become blessings if we don't see them right away, and some blessings seem like an obstacle, but they're not, right? Some of these conversations seem like, oh, that put me off, and that irritated me. You know, you feel it, and you're not going to hold back when you feel that way. And then you could think about it later and think, wait a minute, maybe I didn't sleep enough. Maybe I was just a little hungry and I maybe blew it a little bit out of proportion. Just kind of being in reserve a little bit, I think. And it's going to be easier during the natural, grounded, kind of sensible, practical energy of Taurus. Go into nature. That helps a great deal. Go to the ocean. You love water, right? Make sure you're getting enough water. Make sure you are not overly imbibing in some way so that you have that beautiful, you know, sympathetic, holistic kind of healing energy that can come with the Scorpio moon as well. The second category of possible blessings or obstacles, you have the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, is it the 10? It's the 9. Ooh, you're so close. Oh my gosh, let me put this on because I love this deck. This is the Star Spinner Tarot. It's beautifully illustrated, and it's a newer one, but I just love the detail. Now, the pentacles and coins are that of the earth elements, so it's very much in tune with what's happening right now. There's an owl on this woman's shoulder, so that is your mind, that is your perception, that is your intelligence, your third eye, your intuition, all of those things speaking to you and letting you know, what is it that I need to do? This is a completion number, 9. The next one is 10, and you only have one more to go. Holding on and hanging in there and knowing you are growing with every passing moment. Every thought, every feel is gaining more momentum and more stability and more abundance and more prosperity. And I like that a lot, and I feel like this is one of those times in the season of Taurus, like I said, that you are going to have all of that, and you can amass great wealth. Many Scorpions are known for their riches because you can be frugal at times. You're very sensible with your money. You're not going to go crazy, and that works great for this Taurus energy. That's exactly how you like to live. You want to be sensible. You want to invest in the right things. I'm not saying you're not generous. I'm not saying you're not giving in any way. I just think you have a really smart sense of money and you know how to work with the energy of money. So 9 is beautiful. It's that independent one. It's the independent sign. You've come this far because of what you've done. Yeah, you may have had help with this relationship. You know, the highlighted Aries, maybe the energy just really got you thinking, okay, I've been doing this alone. I'm cool with that, and I like being independent in a lot of ways. A lot of Scorpios are extremely independent. Maybe I want to collaborate that now. Maybe I want to add that to that 10, which is family and love and house and luxury and everything, you know, we can feel in the material world. That's kind of where you're going right now, and you're listening and you're deciding, because you don't do anything too fast, Scorpio. You're not one to do that. You take your time and you really feel out the situation, literally. But I feel really good about that. It's beautiful. It's prosperous energy. So the final category is that of finances, and it can be money, it could be health, it could be your wealth, what you consider that. Oh, 6 of Chalices. Well, this is a beautiful, beautiful energy, because the 6 of Chalices is you. It's the cups. It's feeling emotionally satisfied, but when it's the 6, it's balancing things out. You know, your money, your work life versus relationship, which is really important for a lot of couples as I talk to them and stuff. It's finding that time. You know, I know last year a lot of people were together too much. I mean, it's feast or famine, right? I have to laugh. Everybody's like, I wish I had somebody to live with. And the ones that had them to live with, they're like, oh my God, I need some space. It's so relative, right? And it's good to laugh too, because when you're in it, it doesn't seem that funny. I know, I don't mean to diminish it at all, but as I digress, the point is this is a beautiful, nostalgic, kind of sentimental feeling that you're holding. It could be about this person that you're connected with, an Aries, like I said, or it could be a fire sign as well. It came up with Aries, though. We'll stick with that. I don't know, you just feel good, you know, and that takes a lot sometimes, you know, because you dig deep and you want to kind of really focus on the slightest thing, you know, but you're kind of really just, maybe you're vacationing right now. I keep bringing that up, or maybe you're having these little celebratory outings, which hasn't happened for you in a long time. And it's not that you really need to be extra social. Some are, some aren't. It depends on the Scorpio. But right now, I just feel a real sense of connection, and this particular energy is going to thrive in a way that's going to build everything, your finances, your well-being in general, right? When you're happy and you're feeling content and the emotions of the cups are there, then it's beautiful. On occasion, it can mean somebody coming from the past. I attribute this sign also to, or this card, excuse me, also to reconnecting with siblings sometimes. You know, other than siblings, cousins, distant relatives coming back in the picture, meeting up, and, you know, reunions and things come to mind, but just beautiful, happy memories and good times. And maybe you're just building upon something you already have, you know, that stability in your relationship. And that's an energy of money together. You're incorporating and working together on how to build and, you know, save and invest and all that. So that's a really nice reading. It really is. So yeah, the communication might have had a little bit of a rough start at the beginning of the month, but I feel like it's moving itself out, because you're fine. You're really actually really good. And you're going to be fine as far as your stability and this beautiful energy with Taurus season. You've got love in your heart. You're filling your cups. Your creative juices are coming out, and you're feeling like, yeah, I could do this with that. And it just, you know, it starts to bold, and you're great at reinventing yourself. This is what you do, you know. So you represent the 8th house, and that's about partnerships and other people's money and you know, sexual energy and drive and intensity and feelings and life and death and inheritance and things that, you know, aren't necessarily wanting to be talked about, but need to be. They need to be seen. They need to be revealed. Truth needs to come out, and that's happening as well. So I love it. I hope you feel and sense this has already transpiring, because a lot of times, especially being a water sign like you, Scorpio, you pick up on things. You're probably feeling the effects of the full moon already. So it's a incremental kind of a thing. I like to add a rune to kind of cement the whole message. And it's a beautiful rune set that I got for Christmas. So my intention is to add that to my bag of tricks, if you will. because I love this oracle. I've been studying it for a long time, or not studying, but following it. I just never memorized it. So you have what looks to be a bee, but I think I did this before. Let me look at my little book here. And I'll set it on the second category, which is the possible blessings or obstacles, just to kind of culminate that, last aspect, the period, if you will. And what is this actually? This is looks like it could be a couple. But I'm going to go with this one, because sometimes I have it in the wrong direction. Is it this one? Yes, it is Berkana, which is number 18, which is 9 again. Completion with the 9 of Pentacles. I'm putting Berkana, the 9, right on top. And I will read to you the time that it represents, which has always been incredibly accurate for a lot of the readings. I love that about this wonderful oracle. And it is between, oops, I'm in the wrong dialect language. Okay, we've got all different languages for this book. It's beautiful. Okay, so it talks about the birch, which is, the birch tree of life, the grounded, which is the 9 of Pentacles. There's one synchronicity. Then we go on to say that it's between March 29th and between the 15th of March, the Ides of March, and the 29th of March. So this is prevalent and started like at the beginning. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Aries season, right? It goes from, is that correct? No, it's not, but it's close. It is actually Pisces, and it is about the water aspect. It's about the intention and the intuition that's extremely strong. The creativity is extremely strong during that time for all of us. We had a retrograde this year. I remember that well, basically the whole month with the shadow period. There was a lot of introspection at that point in time for you regarding your life, regarding your, whether you wanted to share it, whether you didn't, and how you felt as far as stability-wise and money-wise. Do you need more? Do you need more, opportunities to come through? Do you want to lay back a little bit? All those themes came into mind with this 9 of Pentacles. But the words are response, femininity, of course, with the introspection aspect of the water element, fertility. Okay. Yep. Could have to do with you deciding to gain a family member. It's a very fertile time when it's during the healing energy of Pisces. So that's interesting too. You may be expecting a child. Congratulations if you are. Be careful if you're not. But it could be a seed. It could be an idea. Once again, a garden you started, because I started planting more plants, It's relative as far as that goes. But then it says project, growth, joy, pleasures. Oh, nutrition, being careful about your body and what you're taking in and making sure that it's natural, because you might be over hypersensitive right now. Pregnancy and children. Just saying, there might be a very good percentage of you right now, is what I'm feeling, that may be conceived in this time frame. And you're thinking about, maybe when you were younger and putting aside the money you need to grow this family, and just feeling extremely happy right now. Maybe that was the missing ticket for a lot of you, because it's not something that a lot of people rush into, certainly not at this point in time in our lives. But congratulations, because as a massage therapist, I do prenatal, and there was a lot of babies so far that were conceived last year, even though this would have been this year. It could have been last year. That's just a possibility, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me continue on and finish your reading, though, Scorpio, with the beautiful oracle, the Starseed Oracle. This has a beautiful illustration, but it also has words on the bottom that describe and kind of hopefully are right in tune with your reading. And I do a little bit of a reading from the book itself. And I love this. It's gorgeous. So this is for all the Scorpios in every one of your relationships, in addition and outside of the highlighted, okay? So everybody gets a reading. Hyreth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. kind of really makes sense with me reading for you today, because you're so aware and in tune with, just the mysteries of life and the unseen aspects, as you feel and understand and perceive things in different ways than most people do. Look at this beautiful, beautiful picture. There's like this kind of a vortex that you can just meditate on or focus in and just create that manifestation of whatever your heart and mind desires, really. But I'll read to you what it says specifically. And it says, so that's the hierarchy. So it is usually in order. Let's see what I can do here for you. I don't think it's there. There we go. Hierarchy is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate and say, apparently. But it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. That would be you, Scorpio. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of memories, reminiscing, and not even maybe through dreams. You're not necessarily knowing. It could be something you're very aware of, but it could also be in connection with this. Longing for home is a common starseed. Yeah, perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to. A place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of reconnected oneness. Star soul inquiry. How can you commit fully to your life? Ooh, I'm feeling emotional right now, because that's so important for all of us. But it really, really feels like it's very important for you right now. And it's very much about your ability to tune into that, and make that happen and feel good and grounded at this time in doing so. So those are the messages so far. The final will be, of course, the super attractor manifestation, where you can feel and create the life you want, literally and figuratively. And if you have not subscribed, please do me a favor and push that subscribe button, like button, share button, notification bell, because I come in at different times, just in and out from work and such. It would mean a lot to me. It's very, very supportive, and it helps to, well, just help me continue to do content and, and be here for you. And I appreciate it. So, yeah. Your message, though, Scorpio, for you and everyone, I haven't seen this in so long. It's the angelic realm, it's our guides always there for us and working with us if we ever ask or choose to. I feel like you have that connection, a lot of you. It's a beautiful one, if you ask me. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. And at this point in time, I think that's essential for everybody, because we need to really focus on this and the inward capabilities we have to really guide us in the right direction and kind of tune out a lot of the other. It just gets to be overwhelming, right? There's the picture. You could take a snapshot, sometimes people do, and it's a mantra, but it's also like an affirmation. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. But that's your reading, and I love it. I feel really good for you. I hope you feel good as well. Please continue to take exceptionally good care of yourself. Enjoy your love and your relationships of all kinds. Just thrive, do you. So until next time, thank you. Bye for now.